The New Orleans Saints just pushed their chips to the center of the table. This team ripped apart its comfort zone, hired a new head coach, shifted its quarterback future, and stacked a roster with enough fresh talent to light up the Superdome. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. The contracts for their second-round rookies are still locked in a standoff, like a fuse that won't quite spark but could still explode if they don't fix it fast. That might sound harmless, but the ripple effect could tear the momentum right out of this rebuild before a single snap is played. Look closer and you'll see how risky this really is. Those rookies are supposed to hold up the entire framework of what Kellen Moore wants to build. These are not depth pieces, these are prime puzzle pieces, and the Saints cannot afford for them to miss 1 minute of practice. Every day those deals drag is another day of lost chemistry, lost timing, lost belief that this roster can actually hold together. Nobody wants to say it, but if these contracts blow up, the hype around this new era could collapse with them. And here's where the nerves really start to kick in. One of those rookies happens to be Tyler Shough, the quarterback picked to steady this offense after Derek Carr stepped away. If he can't get signed in time, all those new receivers, the rebuilt offensive line, the brand new running back rotation, it means nothing. The entire machine stops moving. So before we even start talking touchdowns and highlight throws, we have to break down exactly how this rookie contract mess could throw the Saints offense into chaos. But before we get into that, hit that like and subscribe button for more Saints and all the NFL content. Let's aim for 300 likes on this video. There is no hiding it. The Saints offense looks like it was built in a lab this offseason. Kellen Moore didn't waste a second flipping this unit from stale to explosive, starting with a brand new shield on the left side and rookie Kelvin Banks Jr. He is expected to hold down the blind side like a veteran, freeing up the rest of the line to finally breathe after seasons of constant breakdowns. Sliding Trevor Penning inside to guard gives them more muscle and a cleaner pocket, and that might be the only shot they have at keeping their quarterback plans from blowing up. When you add the new-look running back room, stacked with Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller, Cam Akers, and Devin Neal, it feels like a fresh blueprint built to steamroll defenses instead of just surviving them. But the real excitement comes on the outside. Chris Olave is the star, Rashid Shaheed is the speed weapon, and rumors won't die about the Saints trying to grab a veteran name like Keenan Allen or Amari Cooper if the money lines up. The message is clear. They refuse to play small ball with their pass catchers. The weapons are here. They just need someone to pull the trigger. That is exactly why Tyler Shough's deal matters so much, because none of these new toys can function without a steady hand at quarterback to make it all click on Sundays. This offense on paper might be the strongest New Orleans has fielded in years. It has power in the trenches, speed on the edge, and versatility in the backfield, but all of that promise still lives inside a cloud of question marks. If those second-round rookie contracts stall out, timing and rhythm could vanish before training camp even starts. And the scariest part is, a rookie quarterback under contract drama would have no chance to build chemistry with these weapons. That's where things stand. And next we have to dive into why Tyler Shough is right in the middle of this firestorm. Tyler Shough is not your typical second-round rookie. This is a 25-year-old quarterback with years of college wear on his shoulders, carrying the hopes of a franchise that watched its last veteran leader, Derek Carr, walk away. The Saints didn't draft him to wait and learn. They drafted him to take control immediately. That is exactly why his contract talks have become a nerve-wracking storyline for fans and coaches alike. Shough wants a guarantee that goes beyond the standard second-round deal, locking down the 4th year of his rookie contract. That might sound simple, but it is a high-stakes demand for a player who hasn't thrown a single NFL pass yet, and it is slowing down every part of this rebuild. Behind him, there is a quarterback room loaded with challengers. Spencer Rattler is eager to fight for the starting job, and Jake Haener will battle for a roster spot, but nobody in the Saints front office believes those two can stabilize this new-look offense the way Shough might. If he is delayed by contract friction, even missing a few early practices could tear apart the chemistry needed with the offensive line and receivers. In a league where rookie quarterbacks either sink or swim fast, missing reps in July can be a death sentence by September. That is why Shough's situation is so tense. He is good enough to spark hope, but unproven enough that missing time is lethal to his growth. This Saints offense is built around a new face at quarterback, and all the talk about stacked receivers or upgraded blockers means nothing if the centerpiece of the plan can't even suit up on day one. And that is only half the risk, because the defensive side has its own storm brewing. And next we need to look at whether that group is ready to hold the line if the offense goes sideways. The Saints' defense is built to punch back this season, but nobody should pretend the job is finished. Cameron Jordan is still the beating heart of this front, proving year after year that leadership matters just as much as sacks. But the Saints are counting on more than experience. They made a bold bet by bringing in Chase Young, a former high draft pick with a motor that can change games if he stays healthy. This defense badly needs an edge presence who can win one-on-one and break the pocket apart, and Chase Young has the ceiling to deliver that chaos if everything clicks. Pair him with Carl Granderson and Brian Bresee, and the Saints could finally put together a defensive line that holds up against both run and pass after years of mixed results. The back end looks just as fascinating. Kool-Aid McKinstry arrives as a corner with real star potential, adding fresh energy next to veterans like Tyrann Mathieu and Justin Reed. That secondary has to handle high-flying NFC offenses, and there is no time for Kool-Aid to ease into the role. The moment training camp kicks off, he needs to handle pro receivers or risk getting targeted every Sunday. The linebacker group also brings its own questions, as rookie Danny Stutzman is trying to break through next to Demario Davis and Pete Werner. All the tools are there, but the new coaching staff cannot afford a slow learning curve. What nobody is fully addressing is how fragile this defensive rebuild could be if the offense leaves them on the field all game. If Tyler Shough stalls, if the rookie contracts drag past camp, the Saints' defense will carry a heavier burden than anyone planned. That is a dangerous setup, because even a talented defense can only bend so long before it breaks. So here is the bottom line. The Saints built one of the most promising rosters in years with a rookie quarterback, a monster left tackle, and a defense stacked with proven leaders and bright young talent. But none of those dreams will hold up if the second-round contract gridlock drags into training camp. Tyler Shough cannot afford to miss valuable practice time, and neither can Kool-Aid McKinstry or any of the other second-rounders. These players are meant to be the core of Kellen Moore's new playbook, and every day that slips by without a signed deal makes the entire rebuild shakier. The front office has done incredible work juggling the salary cap, but this is the ultimate test, and missing it could derail the entire vision before the season even starts. If you are feeling uneasy, that is fair. Rookie quarterback drama, fresh rookies on defense, and a coaching staff still learning how to steer this ship add up to a fragile situation that could turn in a hurry. The next 48 hours are everything. History says the Saints usually get these deals done in the final days before camp, but this year feels different with the ripple effects from the Texans and Browns contracts still fresh. Tyler Shough is betting on himself to be the future, and nobody wants that to crash before he even throws a pass. Saints fans should keep one eye on the training camp schedule and one eye on the front office's next move. So what do you think, Who Dat Nation? Should the Saints stand firm and stick to their financial rules, or break tradition and match those big guarantees to keep these rookies on the field? Which rookie contract worries you the most as camp approaches? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you want every single Saints update, hit subscribe right now and smash that like button so we keep covering this story day by day. This summer could decide the Saints' future, and you do not want to miss what happens next. Stay golden.